great news if you're thinking about going solar. One of the biggest financial incentives available, the federal solar tax credit, is ending at the end of this year. And if you don't know what that means for your wallet, stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much money you could lose if you wait and what you can do about it right now. Hi, I'm Tom with Premier Roofs and Solar. I'm a roofer and solar professional who's helped hundreds of homeowners save money on their power bills with renewable energy. Here's the deal. The federal solar tax credit, called the ITC, lets you deduct 30% of the cost of the solar installation from your federal taxes. If your system costs $25,000, for example, an average cost for a home in Southern California, that's $7,500 back in your pocket. But here's the kicker. After this year, the tax credit is adios. Which means if you wait, you'll literally pay thousands more for the same panels and installation. So if you like the idea of keeping an extra $5 to $8 grand, the time to act is now. So why is this happening? The ITC has been around since 2005. It started with a cap at $2,000. Then it got expanded to up to 30% of the cost. The availability has been extended several times, but these programs are not permanent. They can be changed or repealed at any time by any future administration, and that's what's happening right now. In May, the House passed a bill that eliminates the 30% residential solar tax credit for homeowners at the end of 2025. It was originally supposed to extend into the 2030s. Now, there's one thing that's extremely important that homeowners need to understand. In order to qualify for the 30% federal tax credit before it expires, you must have the system fully installed on your property by the end of the year. Contrary to previous versions of this bill, the solar system no longer has to be placed in service, meaning approved by a utility company, by that time. It's great for homeowners because there was concern about what would actually happen if they installed a solar panel system, but the utility company had not turned it on and approved it, which can sometimes take 1 to 3 weeks after installation. If you're in the process of looking at different solar power options for your home, if you've already gotten some quotes, or maybe you need to get a price quote so that you can agree on pricing, figure out equipment, and then get the process started so you can get it guaranteed for 2025, you can reach out to me directly on the link below. I can chat with you personally and get the process started so that you can get locked into a system that's eligible for the tax credit before it expires. And let me remind you that going solar is a construction project. Most people don't realize that solar projects take time. You need a site survey, design, engineering, permits, utility approvals, and the installation. Cities and utilities don't always move fast. If you wait until November, there's a real chance your system won't be installed in time. And no install means no credit. That's why smart homeowners are starting now. Why this matters even more. Most states operate under what's called a regulated monopoly, meaning that you only have one utility provider option, no competition. Take San Diego Gas and Electric, for example. They don't even generate power. They buy it and resell it. Yet in 2024, they reported $891 million in profits, and they're approved for more rate hikes in 2025, which will take their profits to over $1 billion for a single year. The only way to escape the rate hikes is solar. That's why the tax credit is important. It makes solar affordable and gives homeowners a way to protect themselves from rising bills. So what should you do? Step 1, find out exactly what going solar would look like for your home. Every house is different, and anyone who tells you a one-size-fits-all pricing is either guessing or trying to sell you something fast. Step 2, get the paperwork in motion. Even if you're not ready to install next week, locking in the design and approvals now gives you breathing room. And step 3, make sure you work with a reputable installer who knows how to navigate the local permitting and utility requirements, because nothing's worse than losing out on thousands in credits because someone dragged their feet. Here's the bottom line. Solar already makes sense. The tax credit just makes it a no-brainer. But the window's closing. The longer you wait, you're not only missing out on savings, but you're also getting closer to losing out on thousands in incentives. If you want to see what solar looks like for your home, I've dropped a link below where you can schedule a free consultation. We'll run the numbers, help you see if solar is the right move before the tax credit disappears. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and thank yourself later when the refund check comes in.